Hey everybody, Ace Trainer Liam here and welcome to another episode of Form Fight. Now before we get started, I know in the previous couple of episodes, I tried something different. I tried this thing, I tried this lavalier mic that clips to me here, and the sound wasn't great. I just wanted to try something different because I'm bored of sitting down in videos. I feel like I'm less engaging, less interesting when I sit down in a video. I feel like I'm lazy and boring. Hello, dog. And I just wanted to be able to stand up in videos again because I feel like I get more energy out. I feel like it just feels a bit better, I feel like, when I'm stood up in a video. I know it won't make any difference to you probably, but it makes a difference to me in here and in here. So I tried to do something different. Obviously I wanted this thing out of shot, but it's my baby. I love it, and it's just gonna have to stay as my main mic forevermore. Love it. Love it, love it. Anywho, for those who aren't aware, Form Fight is a series where we take a look at a Pokemon with more than one form, or a branched evolution, or counterpart Pokemon, like we're looking at today. I can't stress that enough because someone will go,
well, these aren't different forms of each other.
Counterpart Pokemon are included in this series and have been for a long ass time. And we have a look at the differences between the Pokemon in question and we try and work out which one is the best. If you're already a fan of Form Fight and you're ready for more, make sure you hit the like button to show you're enjoying this series, and of course, hit subscribe if you're new so you never miss an episode. With all that out of the way, let's have a look at today's challenges. Today we're going to be comparing two counterpart Pokemon from Unova, which are Sawk and Throh. Now it's easy to see why these Pokemon are considered counterparts since they look so similar. But what about them makes them so different? Let's take a look. According to the Pokedex, Sawk stands at 1.4 meters tall and weighs 51 kilograms. Its Pokedex information says, desiring the strongest karate chop, they seclude themselves in mountains and train without sleeping. Tying their belts gets them pumped and makes their punches more destructive. Disturbing their training angers them. As for Throh, it stands at 1.3 meters tall and weighs 55.5 kilograms. Its Pokedex information says when it tightens its belt, it becomes stronger. Wild Throh use vines to weave their own belts. When it encounters a foe bigger than itself, it wants to throw it. It changes belts as it gets stronger. Appearance-wise, both are humanoid creatures with large black nose/eyebrow features and crisscross patterns on their skin. Sawk is taller and slimmer with blue skin, Throh is shorter and bulkier with red skin. Both wear karate and judo uniforms respectively. In their shiny forms, Sawk's blue skin turns purple and Through's red skin turns orange. Now let's have a look at the typing, weaknesses, and resistances of these counterpart Pokemon. Both Sawk and Throh are pure fighting type Pokemon, which makes them both weak to flying, psychic, and fairy type attacks. They both resist rock, bug, and dark type moves and have no immunities. Now let's have a look at their stats and abilities. Sawk is a nimble physical attacker with fantastic attack and above average speed with pretty average defenses. Its special attack isn't worth mentioning. As for Throh, it is slower and hits a little softer than Sawk, although its attack stat is still great. But it has considerably more bulk than Sawk with an excellent HP stat. Sawk's primary ability is Sturdy, which allows it to survive an attack that would have knocked it out from full HP with a single hit point left, allowing it to still throw out a devastating move or to retreat to safety to fight another day. This is very useful for a Pokemon like Sawk who lacks the bulk to survive against a lot of strong opponents. As for Throh, its primary ability is Guts, which raises Through's attack when it has a status condition. This gives the extra firepower Throh needs to really go hammer while still maintaining its bulk, and of course makes it immune to the attack drop that comes with being burned. The downside is of course that you don't really want Throh to be losing HP each turn to a burn or poison, or to be potentially unable to move each turn due to paralysis, although it's a risk I'm sure many are willing to take. Both these Pokemon share the same secondary ability, which is Inner Focus, which prevents these Pokemon from flinching. This is obviously useful for maximizing Sawk and Through's potential on the field, since flinching can put a real spanner in the works when you're looking to formulate your offense. They also share the same hidden ability, which is Mold Breaker, which ignores the effects of abilities that would otherwise prevent or hinder the moves that Sawk and Throh use. An easy example here is the fact that a Mold Breaker Sawk or Throh can cause a Pokemon with Inner Focus to flinch, for example. Now I could sit here and list all the situations in which an ability is suppressed by Mold Breaker and how beneficial that is to Sawk or to Throh, but the list is so long that it would take me a very long time to go through it all. But another great example is that Sawk or Throh can damage Mimikyu while Mimikyu's disguise is still in play, so you've got a great idea there for how good an ability this is. Now it's time for me to decide which of these two Pokemon I prefer. Is it Sawk or is it Throh? And I'm gonna go with Sawk, I think. I don't really know because I don't really like either of these Pokemon. I don't like the fact that they're literally born in karate or judo uniforms. I know their Pokedex entry says that they like weave them out of vines and things like that, but that's not how it looks when it hatches from an egg and it's just like boom. Although if it hatched from an egg, would I really want to see a naked Sawk or a Throh? not really. I mean, you DeviantArt guys are probably into that. That's not for me. But I think even though Throh seems like the better option, because a Throh with Guts can technically deal more damage than a Sawk, and has more bulk to back it up. But I like the idea of Sawk being one of those fragile Pokemon that somehow still has the sturdy ability. I really, really like that, and I don't quite know why. It just really fascinates me that such a weak Pokemon has the sturdy ability to protect it, especially with a fighting type. I don't know, it baffles me and intrigues me, and for some reason makes me like Sawk just that little bit more. Plus, I like the color scheme better, you know, blue over red, innit? But of course, it's not just up to me to decide which is my favorite, it's up to you to decide which is your favorite. But before you decide, it's time to see these Pokemon on the battlefield. It's time for the Metronome battle. Before we get started, I will point out these Pokemon have max IVs in all stats, 0 EVs in all stats. They're not holding any items. They've got neutral natures. They're the same typing. The only advantage or disadvantage any of these Pokemon gets comes from their base stats. Everything else is all up to the Metronome. Let's go. Here we go, it's Sawk versus Throh. Who wears the gi better? Is it Sawk? Is it Throh? As everybody enters the battlefield here, getting ready for this counterpart Pokemon form fight. Because don't forget, we do mention counterparts in the little intro thing, don't we? There's the mold breaker coming into effect for everybody, which is not going to affect this battle at all, because you can't mold break a mold breaker. Doesn't really work. But let's find out who's going to win this one. Shiny Sawk is starting off proceedings. Purple Boy, what you gonna do? Gonna go for Swift to do some barely effective special damage to both Throh and Throw. And here is regular Sawk with Baton Pass, which is going to fail. And now it's over to regular Throw to start off things for its side. What will it do here? Going to go for Dig, so going for a physical attack. These Pokemon all really need to go for physical attacks because special attacks just ain't going to cut it. Here's Shiny Throw, though. What will it do here? It's going to go for Thunder Wave and paralyze the regular Sawk. Now, that's obviously very crippling for the Sawk team, who are the faster of the two teams. Is that paralysis going to come into effect? I guess we'll find out later on as Shiny Sawk starts off the next turn. What will it do here? Going to go for Confide, which is going to be avoided by regular Throw, who is hiding underground. And here comes Shiny Throw, who fires off a speed swap. Very interesting. So it's swapping speed stats with the regular Sawk there. So it is going to be as fast as Shiny Sawk right now. There's the Dig doing a great amount of damage from regular Throw onto regular Sawk, who is going to retaliate. It looks like ignoring the paralysis, goes for Incinerate. Again, a special attack there. So doing barely any damage to either of the Throw boys there. This is not looking good for the Sawk team. They're just not doing enough damage to these Throws at the moment. Here's a Charge Beam. Again, a special attack, though. These special attacks just aren't going to cut it because they're chipping away, but not even enough to really warrant, hey, any damage is better than no damage, because they're just not doing a lot. There's a hold back, which arguably did more than that Charge Beam, which is crazy, from Shiny Sawk onto regular Throw, who does fire off a Power Whip. Now, that's the kind of move you want to go for. On Shiny Sawk, incredible damage with that critical hit from that Power Whip. Wow. Shiny Sawk is in a dangerous place right now, and regular Sawk is going to go for Heal Pulse. Luckily, the Sawk team has done such little damage that Heal Pulse isn't a major mistake. It's basically just a wasted turn. If it would have been further into the battle, that would have been absolutely tragic for the Sawk team. And here's Shiny Sawk going for Rollout. Now, that's not very effective, but at least it's a physical move. Still a very risky play there. It does a tiny bit of chip damage. I guess eventually it might get powered up if you can get all 5 hits. Shiny Throw is going for Fire Pledge onto regular Sawk there, bringing it close to half its max HP. And here comes regular Throw. What's it got in mind? It's going to go for Cosmic Power, further increasing its defense and special defense, which already the Sawk team have been having trouble penetrating. So this is going to be a very uphill battle for the Sawk team. There is the paralysis taking effect on regular Sawk as well. Dangerous position. Here's the second turn of Rollout for Shiny Sawk onto Shiny Throw. Still not doing much damage at all. Of course, rock moves are resisted by fighting type Pokemon. Here's the Shiny Throw, though, with Steel Wing onto the regular Sawk there. Huge damage. This is not looking good. If your name is Sawk or Shiny Sawk, you are in trouble. Here's Nasty Plot, increasing the special attack 2 stages of regular Throw. Trying to make sure if it does accidentally use a special attack that it's at least going to dish out some decent damage. Regular Sawk is going to ignore the paralysis there, and it's going to go for Electro Web on both the Throw there. interesting play. Not a lot of damage, but does drop the speed stat of each of the Throh there. Puts them slightly behind Shiny Sawk at this point. I think it might make the regular Sawk, even with the paralysis 25% speed drops, probably faster than them now, I think. No, maybe not. But there's the third turn of rollout. Here's a noble roar, though, from the shiny Throh onto regular Sawk, dropping its attack and its special attack by 1 stage apiece. And here comes regular Throh. What's this big bulky boy going to do right now? Going to go for Earth Power. It is a special attack, but it is at +2 special attacks. This is dangerous for Shiny Sawk, bringing it down into the danger zone. Oh boy. And here comes regular Sawk, who is going to go for Magical Leaf. It's not going to do a great deal of damage, is it? Tiniest bit of damage to Throw there, but at least it was guaranteed to hit. Here's the 4th turn of rollout from Shiny Sawk onto regular Throw. It's finally doing enough damage, but will probably be enough to knock it out next turn. Although here's Parabolic Charge, which is going to hit everybody on the field for not a great deal of special damage, but at least it's going to heal 3 little bits of Shiny Throw's HP, which might actually give it some protection against that 5th turn of rollout, if that is to hit. And here comes regular Throw, following up with Torment, which means that the Sawk here, the Shiny Sawk, will not be able to use Metronome on alternate turns. It won't be able to use Metronome back to back. It will have to use something else after the next Metronome. Here's an Anchor Shot, though, from regular Sawk onto Shiny Throw. Puts it in a dangerous position if that rollout does hit that Throw. Here comes the rollout from Shiny Sawk, and it is on Shiny Throw. Will it be enough? Takes down Shiny Throw. First casualty of this battle, surprisingly, is one of the 2 Throw here. I did not see that coming. Here comes Throw all by himself now. What will he do in response? Gonna go for Uproar, so it's gonna create an uproar, but also lock itself in, knocking out regular Sawk, though. This is a very tricky situation here because it all depends on what Sawk goes for here. Sawk is not surviving an Uproar, so if it goes for something that isn't going to knock Throw out or paralyze it or something, goes for Rock Blast. I don't know if this will be strong enough because it's not very effective. It's barely scratching the surface of this +1 defense Throw. It's not enough, which means this Throw is going to go for Uproar, and I believe that's going to be the game, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Shiny Sawk goes down. Throw has survived. Throw has taken down the Sawk team. Congratulations to them. They just had too much defense, too much bulk, too much power. Great job to Throw. So you've heard what I've got to say, you've seen these Pokemon on the battlefield, now it's time for you to make your decision. Which of the 2 Pokemon that we've looked at today is your favourite? Is it Sawk or is it Throh? Let me know in the comments and explain to everybody why your pick is the absolute best. And that's where I'm going to leave this episode of Form Fight. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to support the channel like these wonderful, wonderful people down here do, please pledge to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/AceTrainerLiam. And for live streams 5 days a week, head over to twitch.tv/AceTrainerLiam. But until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.